not only a majestic way to travel, but also a physically and mentally challenging sport that requires math skills. The Clark family from Kentucky has spent the entire summer traveling around the United States participating in the Continental Balloon Challenge. This balloon race is based not on speed, but on the ability for the pilot to fly their balloon above a target and drop a lightweight beanbag as close as possible. In a balloon race, each pilot chooses his or her own starting point based on math calculations.
The X is set at a certain point, and then the balloonists have to go out and pick their launch spot. And the launch spot can be anywhere that they decide that the winds are going to take them to that X. And just as everybody has a different opinion, there's different launch spots. And they try to read the winds by letting a balloon go, and they'll check the angle of the balloon with a compass. Then they'll decide on the map the direction that the path is going to take them, draw a line out at the different degrees. Say it's 220 degrees, they'll give a 45-degree spread and circle an area on the map, say this is where we need to go look. So they use math in geometry and angles and in that sense, and we'll use a protractor to draw it out. And now also with the age of technology, we use satellite global positioning devices with the little handheld meter that will read off of 7 satellites and tell you the exact position you are on the globe anywhere within about 10 feet or so.
Unlike airplanes or helicopters, a balloon does not have an engine. It depends on the wind and heat to travel. Because of this, the balloons cannot be steered quite as accurately as the pilots might like. If their mathematical calculations are not accurate, they will not fly close enough to the target to get a score. And no score means no prize money. Once the starting point has been determined, the balloon crew drives to the chosen spot and rechecks the wind and the conditions.
Now the helium balloon, that's this thing, it's filled with helium. We launched this to find out what the winds are doing, you know, because you really can't see those currents of airs that we talked about above. So what we'll do is we're going to launch this balloon, and then we'll be able to visually see what the air currents are doing above us. Go ahead, Kirby, and launch that for me, okay? Let her go. Let her go.
Setting up the balloon is a team effort. Everyone has a job and has to cooperate in order to get the balloon off the ground. When you're up in the air, you may think that it would feel windy, but it doesn't. This is because the balloon is traveling at the exact same speed as the wind, so you don't feel the wind blowing.
You race with the wind, you can feel the different currents. It's kind of like you've got rivers of air up above you. So let's say that you have a drift that goes to the right at 500 feet, so you'd be going to the right, maybe at 1,000 feet you have a drift to the left, and that's the best way to steer, if you can visualize yourself in rivers.
Balloon pilots need to know a lot about math and science so they can successfully get their balloons high enough above the power lines and trees. They use propane burners to heat the air inside the balloon. Since hot air rises, this is what makes the balloon go up. To come back down, you just let the air on the balloon cool down. A balloon pilot needs to be good at math and adventurous because you never know just exactly where you'll end up.
We've been to Château, Switzerland for a big 100 balloon event there down in the valleys there in the Alps. And Château is located from Gostard, maybe 12 miles down the same valley. And it's real nice. You can just play in the valley and do sort of like fly around in circles or go around the valley and wait till noon and the winds are shifting. You can fly right back. Or you can pop up 3,000 or 4,000 feet and catch the winds across the Alps and just fly right over the Alps and go, 100 miles.
Hot air ballooning is a fun and challenging sport. You need to use your brains and your muscles in order to be a successful hot air balloon pilot. So keep up your interest in math and you too can soar high.